What's up, everybody? It is Monday night, and we are back on the Kurve. Hey, everybody. How y'all doing?
Good.
Good. It's your girl, Shanda Deneen, and I am joined by the lovely Kurve co-hosts.
Oh, tell me.
What's your name?
You gotta nudge me. This is Tony G. Campbell of Tony G. Campbell, the podcast. Follow me on, where am I?
All the
YouTube, all the social medias, the Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, SoundCloud, YouTube. Go to my YouTube channel. And, if you haven't listened to any episode, please listen to today's episode. It's about that time that I found out my son was on drugs. It's a really good episode. Go listen to it. Episode number 7.
Well, I'm going to go back and listen to that.
Yes.
I'm sure that's a great story.
It's me and him talking. It's great.
He was?
Yes.
It
was a shock to me too,
Because
y'all.
on today, you would never, he is just such a wonderful, respectable, he's not even a child anymore. He is a young man who is just
grown.
Wonderful. He is very grown.
Yeah, because I was confused.
Wonderful and respectable.
Not the 6-year-old.
Yeah, like,
the
what you
27-year-old.
doing?
He is, but when I met him, he was like, 13 or 14?
Yeah.
He was young.
Probably 14 years
so
old.
I can't even imagine, because he's always been just such a respectable child.
Yeah.
But that's the thing.
At one
He's
point, I thought he
functional.
was a little bipolar, but that was just an internal prescription that I gave him. Diagnosis.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I got so in tune with what was going on. I was like, oh my gosh. I am Melissa, affectionately known as Missy, and you can follow me on Instagram at Saving Superwoman.
Awesome sauce, and of course, this is your girl Shannon Deneen, and you can find me on shannondeneen.com and on all the social medias, Facebook, the Twitter, the Gram, everything except for Snapchat, because we don't do Snapchat. But other than that, listen, after Rihanna said we was getting off of Snapchat, you girls just never got back on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when Rihanna was like, this how y'all want to do me, we're off of Snapchat.
So you got off? Oh.
I sure did. I just never loaded it back up, and we're not on Snapchat. That's that on that. So, we're going to catch up first, and then we'll hop into these hot topics.
Here we
go.
Here we go.
You're right.
Here we go. We're going down messy lane.
It's not messy. I am intrigued.
It's informative
It's
information.
informative information.
Yes.
So y'all know Melissa has been on Bumble.
And I got stoned. So let's talk about it. We're going to talk about this real quick.
And I'm just intrigued about the whole thing. Like, the whole thing makes me so happy.
For me, the rules to the game don't change. Like, they don't, okay? And when you meet somebody online and, you're swiping left and swiping right, my expectation is when I'm talking to them that, they're truthful. Everybody looking for a mate. That's what they say, looking for a relationship. Mm-hmm. Well, I had one person that shall, we're gonna leave him nameless. We're going to call him Ricky. Okay.
We won't call him Jack.
No, we'll call him Ricky because Jack is the other one. We'll call him Jack. Okay, so Ricky, I had been on a site prior. Maybe I was in a relationship, and maybe about a year and a half ago, might have been longer than that, I met this guy. Really super sweet, professor at Emory. I checked the logistics, like he was legit, okay? Well, he got sick. I got into a relationship, and all was well. Well, I decided, y'all know I was only on for 1 week. So I decided to get on Bumble. I run into him, and I'm like, oh my gosh, how are you doing? How's everything going? So he gives me just the story. Oh my gosh, it was so touching. I let Shannon see the video. It was like, heart-wrenching. He had a medical condition.
All the conditions.
Great testimony.
All of them.
Like he had to learn how to walk again. And he had Hezekiah Walker playing. And I was like, take me to the king.
Worthy. This thing was Emmy
worthy.
Emmy
wow.
worthy.
So,
okay.
I have a Google number. I have a Google number that I use when I'm dealing with people on these sites. So
Amen.
on my
Don't put your
Google
real
number,
info out
no,
there.
don't do that, because I had to let somebody know I am the judge, the jury, and the sheriff. You roll up on me if you want to, you will find out where I'm from real fast.
Listen.
South side of Flint. Don't play none of that.
We gotta
So
call him.
anyway,
See, you left him when he was sick.
Yeah.
I left him. He could be sick. Let me tell you something. He
Yes.
could be sick.
It don't
Anyway.
even matter.
So I watched this video and I texted him like, "Oh my gosh, Ricky, such a wonderful testimony. Like, I'm in tears." I get a message back that says, "Who's this?" See, you can't even bleep on the show because I was like,
This too much.
okay, so I'm like, this is Missy. And the person is like, well, what did I send you? You sent me the video. And then it
See, I
said,
remember like,
how
Grandma.
did I meet you? It was like, how did I meet you? I said, you know what? That's
One
okay.
moment.
I was
One
like,
moment.
that's okay. No, how did I meet you? You remember? And they tried to go and engage in further conversation. So I said, it's okay. I get back on Bumble. Black man, that's what I'm going to say. Black man, are you married? Black man, do you have a girlfriend? No, I have no girlfriend. See, what happened was, it didn't go the way I wanted it to go. I have a caregiver. I don't play none of them games.
Nope.
Pull the plug on that one.
Nope.
So then, y'all know, because I told you.
I mean, that testimony was
Yeah,
like
it was
offering
amazing.
worthy. That was like in
Like,
church,
he
like
coulda-
past the plate worthy.
Yes,
Yeah.
I mean, phenomenal.
Take
So-
me to the king.
Yeah, well, that's how it was amazing. Like, he shows himself hooked up to all these machines.
Yeah, I'm
and
talking
he's
about.
learning how to walk. I was like, oh my god.
Y'all know those little kids, like they show the little sad kids from Africa, which really isn't a fair representation of African children. That's exact. I mean, it was that word. Like it was like commercial.
It was amazing.
it was
like, we
good.
need to nominate him for something
Listen,
for doing that video.
somebody's Webby Shorty
Yes.
Award, something. He
Yes.
did that was.
Soap opera.
Like,
Listen.
UGA recognized that fool off that video. I ain't lying. I'm not lying. So let's talk about, because I told you I was dipping my toe over in the snow and in the rice and in the sand.
Yes.
Okay, so next up, we go out to eat last Wednesday, like Tuesday or Wednesday for my sister's birthday. And we're sitting there talking to her colleagues. They work at the hospital. And so we're out in Gwinnett County. I mean, Duluth area. At Papa Do's. And so another young lady at the table is saying how she is on Bumble as well.
Oh.
Oh, really? You're on Bumble as well? Oh, my
Bumble
gosh.
is popping.
I love Bumble, and I'm telling them, I've met some awesome guys. This is what's going on. I met this wonderful guy. He's VP of this. He does this, and this. She said, you know what? I've met some wonderful people, too. I said, girl. So we're sitting
We
there
talking about Jack now?
Yeah, we're talking about Jack.
Jack.
We're talking about Jack now. So I was like, girl. And she said, yes, this is our sister, our Caucasian sister. So my sister's like, yeah, show him the picture. Okay, I'll show him the picture. Huh, you see that? She said, that's my guy. Oh, really?
Jack.
Not Jack that I'm looking for a relationship. I'm just dealing only with you. See, Jack, I would have been okay with that. Had Jack been like the rest of them that say, okay, I'm just out here, trying to get to know people.
Just
I'm
looking.
looking. Both of them
Looking and
fools,
hooking.
both of them
Dating.
fools was
Dating.
like, it's just you. The game don't change. So this is what I say, fellas. Since the game don't change,
Yeah, don't change.
it's sundress season.
It is.
It's sundress
Come
season.
preach a word, friend.
Let me tell you something. In the land of sundresses,
Come on now. Shut
we're
up.
going through sundress combine.
Yeah. Not to come
We got sundress combine going on.
Sundress
From
combine.
May until August.
Come on now. Come on.
The final roster will be up August 1st.
with
Right on time
with
for
cuffing
cuffing
season.
season.
Wow.
Yes. Cuffing.
And we got good sundresses and seersuckers going on this
Come
weekend.
on. Come on now.
Your girl has a VIP ticket.
Yes.
I'll be there
VIP.
Thursday to Sunday.
Come on now.
I'm not playing them games out here in the streets. Now, I'm not out here Tatiana. That's not it. Nope. But I'm just saying, like, the rules to the game don't change.
Yeah. You can't lie to me.
No,
you definitely can't lie off the rip.
And for me, I done went to a whole nother county.
Yeah.
I went to a whole nother county with a whole see, this thing could have went. The first thing with Ricky was with a one of our Black Girl Magic's assistants. Now I done went out here with my white friend, and she done said, that's my guy. No, he
Jack is out here.
He both of our guys.
Jack, don't do that no more.
Listen. And so I pulled the plug on Bumble. I pulled the plug on everybody until August. Like, I need to focus on some other things anyway. But yeah, I'm through. That was 1 week. I told y'all 1 week.
That was
so sad. Yeah, because it was so sad. Because let me tell y'all, Melissa and I ride to the studio together, and on the way, like, when I tell you we would ride home, and she was happy, y'all. She was over there just bzzz, bzzz, bzzz.
Well, look, let me say this. I do have
couldn't even
friends
pay
that got
attention
married.
to the conversation. She just, smile, just cheekbone to cheekbone.
It's not for me. I have friends that have gotten married from off of Tinder, Match, and been very successful. I have a friend that has a long-term partner. They met on Bumble. She lives in the Douglasville area. They travel everywhere. She adores him. But your girl ain't cut from that nonsense cloth. Like, whatever it say that you do underneath that thing, you better be doing it.
Yeah.
One guy, he gonna tell me, it said entrepreneur, and he was like, I own, a football facility where they do combines. That's what I own it. I called him because I'm like, why you got so much free time? He called me while I'm at work. So
because real entrepreneurs, we don't have that kind of free time.
No,
we don't sleep.
We don't sleep.
We don't sleep.
This fool tell me he deliver mail for the U.S. Postal Service. What I really do is he deliver mail for the U.S. Postal Service out in rural areas. You know how they...
That's still
I
called
get
a
it.
mailman, right?
That's what I said, Tony. I was like, ooh, but in his pictures, he capping it up. He all bow tying up. I said,
Okay. My mail lady is an entrepreneur now.
Come on
that's
now.
what I'm saying. Just lying.
Woo. All right.
Okay, so that was it. But I encourage y'all, maybe you won't get stung. So try Bumble.
Oh my gosh, I can't take it, y'all. It is now. We're gonna get on.
It's real out here.
We're gonna get it. We're gonna get
It
into
sounds
it.
dangerous in the street.
It really does. We're gonna get into it, y'all. It's time for Word on the Street. Child, from Al Gore's internet to Alyssa Milano's Twitter, child. We are.
Don't y'all listen to Alyssa.
Hold on, let me tell the people. So, in case you missed it, Alyssa Milano, and y'all know that she has been using her powers for good since the Me Too movement started, that she kind of helped to bring it back to the forefront with a tweet that she did. She is now using her powers and her platform for something else. So if you have not been aware, in the state of Georgia last week, or week before last, I believe, maybe last month, sometime last month, Governor Brian Kemp signed into law the heartbeat bill, which basically means that the doctors cannot perform abortions after they can hear the heartbeat, which is about 6 weeks, which is normally about 2 weeks before women normally find out that realize that they're pregnant. But he signed that into law, saying that it is now illegal to get abortions after the heartbeat is detectable. So Alyssa Milano says, well, you know what? Since men are around here, since lawmakers are around here making decisions about women's bodies, it is now unsafe for us to continue to have relations. So we are going to protest using sex. We're going to stop having sex until we get some resolution. Some resolution on the bill.
What does scripture say about this? That's all I want to know. What does the word say?
Alyssa Milano has said, she has put on Twitter, And people were behind Alyssa on the Me Too movement.
Yeah.
Not so much on the sex drive.
Alyssa gonna have y'all out here mad at y'all partners and spouses because you got Tatiana.
Tatiana ain't read nothing.
She ain't read nobody's bill.
She don't know nothing about
politics. She don't know
politics.
nothing about Alyssa, and she waiting on him to be a little hungry in the wrong way.
Yeah, just a little bit.
And my thing is that my husband don't have nothing to do with this bill.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like, she's going after the wrong people.
Come on
It's
now.
not our spouses. We're not the ones in the Senate and the House and all that. We need to do is get more women in the House and the Senate.
But let's roll back like Walmart
put
prices.
some more.
Let's roll back.
Who voted him in?
The same women who are
The
not
same
about
women
to not
that
have
are
sex.
not- that's right. The same
women
women, because that's what the bigger issue is. We're more reactive than we are proactive.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well,
Absolutely.
he did cheat on the election some because
These are facts.
We know that
These
those
are
are facts,
These
but
are
it would
facts.
have never been so close if you hadn't stood out there in the rain voting for him.
Those
it
are
wasn't
facts.
me. It
It
wasn't
was,
me.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
No.
But it was some of you.
It was some
some
of our neighbors, because
some
it
of
wasn't our cousins.
It was
My-
not
Our
our cousins.
cousins was
It was our neighbors, and
My
our
friend
neighbors
is
struggled.
saying Alyssa is trying to increase the divorce rate.
because that's basically like, I know her heart is in the right place.
It is.
Her heart,
it is.
but realistic. Is she married?
What she should have been saying is,
I
hey,
think she
if you
is.
are married to a lawmaker,
Yes.
you need to stop having sex with your husband
No.
because your
But
husband.
How many of them been caught too?
But
Yeah,
I was about
the
to
facts.
say,
Well, facts.
she
Yes.
probably, but their wives probably agree with them.
Absolutely.
There are a
Right.
lot of
Absolutely.
women who are backing this bill,
Mhm.
but they don't understand is they're going to need it before
And
somebody
it's the
else.
severity
needs
of it, because it's even going against those who medically have medical conditions
Listen.
where there have been situations where the mother's life, and no matter what, it's still your choice.
Let me tell you something.
I mean, if someone's been raped, they're like, no.
Well, no, here's the thing. So there are some provisions for the law. We're going to put out accurate information.
Okay.
There are some provisions for the law. Rape is one of them. So here's my problem
I was about to say,
with the
what
rape
is
law.
considered
The provision is that you have to have reported it to the police within a certain amount of time. Otherwise, it is quote unquote not considered rape.
So what you got, 30
So-
minutes to call the police and report it?
I think I don't know the time frame. I'm pretty sure it's 6 months, but I'm not certain on the time frame. So look that up. Somebody look up the bill and let me know, because I'm not. But I will tell you, I watched the entire hearing from start to finish. And I watched the vote. I watched them re-vote. I watched the medical community say that this is ridiculous. I watched women in the House get up and make statements about their own personal experience. What I struggle with is that the majority of the folks who voted for this bill can never conceive a child. But I never ever. I struggle with the fact that men were the largest supporters of this. That there are men and the evangelical right, which I struggle with. I struggle with the judgment that comes against mothers. I struggle because the same people who are backing this bill and talking about, oh, what about the kids and what about the unborn children, are also the same people who are not adopting children. So I had that beef with somebody online. I was like, I hope you're since you are so for this bill, I hope you're the first one in line, because the adoption system in Georgia is broken. It's real broken. It's not a little broken.
It's not just in Georgia either.
But in Georgia, it is broken. Not like, oh, it needs a little tweak here or there. No, it is completely broken. There are children who are not getting the services or the help that they need, and everybody's talking about, oh, they can be adopted, you get adopted, blah 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 blah. Those children are stuck in the system, experiencing things like molestation. They're being starved. They're being trafficked, and y'all know how I feel about
dog cages.
Absolutely, and
horrible.
treated in the worst possible way. So I pray that everyone who was like, "Yay, the bill got passed," and every single one of those lawmakers who or were backing this bill so heavily, I hope they are the same ones who go out immediately and adopt a child, because otherwise this is going to make the system worse.
And then to cross state lines is illegal.
Yep.
Oh yeah, you can't just say, oh well, I'm in Georgia and I.
Well, it's still legal. Abortion is still legal right now until the term is over.
Yeah.
But
it's
you can't
ridiculous.
cross state lines.
Yeah, you can't cross state lines, because not only will does the law
so can
affect
you still purchase Plan B?
I don't know. I'm not sure about that. But the
But
thing is,
if you have
so
a
Plan B is not
miscarriage-
considered an abortion pill. It's considered
contraceptive.
a contraceptive.
But I was about to say, if you have an abortion, I mean not an abortion, if you have a miscarriage, they said that they will almost interrogate you to make sure that it was nothing that you did to cause your miscarriage.
Which I think is
Which is, I'm like,
we are
woman just
putting
lost a baby.
we are
How
putting
you gonna
women's
do that?
health at risk, and it is ridiculous. I think that while Alyssa Milano, I think your efforts are.
Her heart was in the right place.
Yeah, your heart was definitely in the right place, but your efforts, girl, this is not the way.
The same, to me, the effort should have been behind the people that voted him into office.
Yeah.
And I'm looking on my timeline and seeing those same people that voted him in are now saying, "What are you doing?" Mm-hmm. But you put him in office.
You certainly did.
But I still say we also need to go out and vote and make sure that more women are running for the Senate and the Congress and just for
you gotta
political office.
Look at the ballot. We had a bunch of women in Georgia. I mean, at a state level, in regards to local, we had a bunch of women. But again,
did any of them get voted in? That's my
some
thing.
of them
is
did.
Like, get voted
Locally,
in.
they did. However, when we're talking about at a higher level underneath the Gold Dome, some of them did. And especially when we talk about governor. And that's where people really stood in the rain, because it was pouring down raining that day.
It was.
And and I watched where I live, people stood, and the majority of them were women.
Which is a struggle for me, because it's a struggle for me, because I'm like, how are we consistently and continually voting against our own best interests? Why are we doing this? And
I don't know.
And I understand, like, I understand consistently voting a way that you voted growing up, but you are acting, if the Democrats were doing something that was consistently not in my best interest for my person, I would not be voting Democratic.
But see, this is what I don't understand about that whole evangelical community. Pro-choice doesn't mean you're not pro-life. Pro-choice is just like free will.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I think that's what people need to understand. Is your right, is your choice.
Absolutely. And it should be. It should be.
Yeah.
Like I tell people this all the time. The thing about being Christian, and I'm a Christian, most people know that. The thing about being Christian is that God gives us choice. God gives us an opportunity to make the decisions that we want to make, period. And even if that choice is sin, we've had that choice from the beginning of time. Even if that choice is something God does not agree with, he still gives you the opportunity to make that choice.
Yes,
and
he
I
does.
think if the good Lord, who sitteth high and looketh low, can say to all of us, you make the decision, then why can't we?
But I think that whole conversation is just very subjective, because what makes your sin greater than mine?
There is no.
There is none.
Right.
That's the thing.
There is
My
none.
God says that there is no. He does not respect any sin one over the other. There are no little sins and big sins. It's
So
all
we
just
all
whatever
out
it
here.
is. We all out here living by grace.
Right.
We out here living.
Basically, and I think that's something that we have to come to understand. And when we understand that, because this conversation can go into some other things where we hold one statue higher than the other one. But I think her heart was in the right place. I don't want y'all to listen to Alyssa and your husband be over there
No, we're not
tipping
doing
and
that.
dipping.
Listen.
Just make sure you go vote.
Go like there are different ways that we can deal with this. I think Alyssa, because let me tell you something. I'm not.
I love that she's using her platform.
She's using her platform for good. She's using her powers for good.
Yeah.
She's trying.
She should have sat down with somebody with the elders. With talk about this first.
She should have, because the elders would have told the baby, the people ain't doing that. No, they were behind you with Me Too, but they're not gonna be behind you with no sex. No,
the elders.
No.
Wise counsel could have helped her with that one.
Ooh, come on, wise counsel, because that's not the move. Not at all. Whoo, from Alyssa to Aisha.
Black girl magic.
Come on now.
Let's talk about it.
All right, let's talk about it. So, your girl Aisha Curry was on the Red Table Talks with Jada Pinkett Smith. Her mama, let me
the mother-in-law, and the sister-in-law.
Aisha's mother-in-law, Steph's mama, the sister-in-law, and her soon-to-be sister-in-law were all on there together, along with Jada Pinkett Smith, her mother Adrienne, and her daughter Willow. There was a big Red Table Talk, and they were talking about the next NBA dynasty.
Yeah.
And the women, because I didn't realize that Steph's
Dale
Curry.
He played for, I want to say Portland, 80s, 90s. He was really good.
I didn't realize that his dad played. I didn't know that. And apparently the brother plays.
And the sister married a player.
Yeah, and the sister married a player. So they have a basketball family, and Jada sat down to talk to them about that. Now, during this conversation,
she was very vulnerable and transparent.
And honest. Aisha said to the people, hey, listen, I've been married for a minute now. I got these 3 babies. And it's not even that I want male attention, but like he is out here and the Tatianas are hot in these streets. He's getting all this attention and I am not receiving male attention like that. And it makes me wonder, am I pretty? Like, why is nobody trying to holler at me? Yeah, the why of it all is what she was talking about. So,
but the mom-in-law jumped in.
Yeah,
if you listen, she said that's dangerous.
Yeah, she did. But but my point. Hold on. Before we talk about it, so Aisha, Twitter and Facebook. Everybody was unhappy with Aisha, especially men, because for whatever reason they are mad at Aisha for being married to Steph and then saying, "Oh my God, you want all this male attention? Why you want it? Why?" They felt like she was ungrateful. They felt like she was out in these streets looking for something else.
That's not even
it.
And
so again, people who have never had children.
Come on now.
The internet was never been married. It's never been that relationship of getting married and then having children to where you as the woman in that whole entire relationship basically disappear. We are invisible to everybody.
And here's what I also think happened. I think a lot of people read the headlines, didn't actually see the Red Table Talk,
didn't see in its entirety,
hear anything she said, and then made a comment based on that. But I completely agree with you.
Well, people are judgmental too, and
but
they ain't got no right.
So there are several different factors that we can talk about when it comes to this. First of all, that woman has children that are under the age of 6. She has 3. She's had one that's not even 2. So that still leaves her in that postpartum window.
Yeah.
Okay?
Postpartum depression is
real. First
and
foremost. Second of all, we also have to look at the fact that how many of us, honestly, because I've been married before and I've had a baby, how many of you have gotten so caught up that you lose a sense of self?
Absolutely.
Yes.
You lose it, and I could identify. And it's like, everybody looking at these kids and they looking at this man.
As a matter of fact, yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. Most people, after you have the baby, look past you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like they look at your children.
They're like, oh, there's the baby.
Oh my God,
you're
so amazing. Oh, hey girl, what's good?
And
oh my God, is it?
She talked about that.
Yeah.
She talked about, because you got to remember, she had the talk show, she did the cookbook, and just trying to remain, in her words, more so valid.
She
You know
trying
what
to
I
stay
mean?
relevant in these
Trying to stay
streets. I ain't
relevant.
mad.
And the mother-in-law was kind of like, well, that's kind of par for the course.
Mm-hmm.
You're the stay-at-home mom. And she was kind of like, but I was someone before I married your son.
Come on now.
Exactly. And
I
why
was
does it have to be that way? You're a stay-at-home mom with your taking care of your family, but you are a person. You are a being. You were somebody before all these people came into your life. And it's like, why do I have to sit back and be quiet and act like I don't exist just because all these people are here?
Well,
think
and
that's
I
a
think
valid
there's
point.
a piece that I wish, and we do it sometimes here. I know that I'm guilty of it. I think that she had a thought, because I watched it a couple of times. She had a thought, and when she was completing her thought about, how she felt and she's not getting the attention, Jada Pinkett just jumped right in and said, but you're beautiful and you're pretty. And I think that there was more that she wanted to say.
I agree with
because
that.
when she started saying, oh, you're beautiful, you're pretty, you're gorgeous, the mother-in-law said, that's dangerous.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
dangerous. And that was kind of like red flag on the play. Hush.
It was.
Yeah, it's like hush, girl.
Yeah.
But I don't think it had anything to do, because I've heard people say, "Oh, that was attention-seeking behavior."
And it wasn't.
It's not.
You know what you signed up for, but it's
What
real.
did she sign up for?
Other than
That's what
being
I wanna
married to
know.
that man.
Exactly.
Agreed.
My thing is that okay,
Agreed.
like we said, as a stay-at-home mom, you lose yourself.
Absolutely.
You might be in workout pants all the time because you are dealing with children and throw up and poo. You're dealing with a whole lot. So it's like if you get all dressed up and you go out and you out with your girls and stuff,
You might want a dude to say, "Ooh, girl."
You're not going to go talk to anyone, pick up any numbers or anything, but guys are visual people who like, oh, she's cute. Hey, girl. I mean, you just want somebody to pay attention.
You want somebody to whistle at you?
Hey, I still got it,
I'm
but I don't
laughing.
want you. I got a husband at home.
I'm
I mean,
good.
there's no problem with that.
I don't see any problem with that either.
It's not attention seeking.
I
It's
didn't
like,
see it.
especially with all those
And
thoughts
she just had a
coming
baby.
after her man.
Yeah.
Lauren London addressed that before as well, where she talked about after having her baby, like she just wanted to simply go to a Lakers game. And then everybody like came for her, like, oh my gosh, look at how you sitting out here, and look at who you
I
sitting
can't
next
believe.
to. She ain't trying to lose no weight, and she was like, I didn't want my snapback to be, so I wanted to enjoy my baby. And what I got out of the conversation was that there's so much pressure for her,
Absolutely.
and who he is, because the questions are, is he always that gentle? Is he always, do you always have this? And she's been the quote unquote mouthpiece for their family. So it's a lot of pressure that's in it, and I feel her. She just
Absolutely.
want to know that, I'm still looking, I still got it.
I'm still out here in these streets and I'm relevant.
That's all.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong
Most
with
women who've
wanting-
had children have been there.
have been there, and I don't think it's a matter of her not being appreciative for her situation, as lots of people on Twitter were like, oh, she's so ungrateful. How is saying I want to feel special and important and like I matter and that people see me? Because in essence, let's just be real. Everybody on earth, that is really all we are all looking for. We want to be
Validation.
seen. We want to be validated. We want to be shown that we matter to others. And so yes, she has an amazing husband. He is incredibly supportive. She knows that. And all she was saying is, I want to be important to more people than my husband. What is wrong with that, people?
I don't think anything was wrong. And another thing, I think that we have to give her credit for being vulnerable.
Come on now.
Like, we have to give her credit for sitting
Absolutely.
there. And I think that Jada Pinkett Smith has done a great job of creating that culture, of that environment where people do sit down and they're very transparent. But at the same time, you have to look at the fact that she has those kids, the small children.
Yeah, she does.
She had a life pre-Steph Curry.
Yep.
And just trying not, and I need to retract the statement that I said when I said most women who have had children, because even those who haven't had children but been in marriages where you just pour your whole self into the marriage, and it's like, oh my gosh, who am I?
And here's the thing. I don't know if you have been around small children for any length of any given length of time, but they will suck the life out of you. Now listen, I love mine. Bless his heart, he's amazing and wonderful and everything. But Tony, back me up on this one. They will suck the life out of you, and you need to know that you are more than just somebody's mama.
Why do you have to say small children? It's all of them. It's not an age. I don't think it's an age limit. I think it's all of them. Because mine are little. And you do, because you're no longer Shannon and Tony.
Yeah.
You are Kid Wonderful's mom.
All the time. And then people don't even recognize you or know your name or bother to learn it. Oh, that's Matthew's mama. Like, that's that's Katie's mama.
Okay, I will tell you, today, took my daughter to the park.
Say my name.
And I took my daughter to the park, and I saw one of Caden's old friends' mama. And I was like, okay, I know her. And I saw her from a distance, so I had time to go on my phone. I went under the kid's name in my phone to figure out who his mama was, because that's who I have in my phone is. I have her name, but I have his name. I remember his name because my son says it all the time. So it's like, oh, hey, girl, you know, just because. And I'm like, that is just so real that us as mamas, and even stay-at-home fathers, I mean, I don't know if they get it if they disappear
they have a
just
whole
as
different,
much
I think so.
as we
that
do,
culture is,
I think they have a whole different culture surrounded.
Because the kids really don't even care.
Yeah.
They don't care. That's just like your child coming and you.
No, I mean, the stay-at-home fathers,
right
the mom is out working, and there's some.
Yeah, but I still think that
culture is different.
Yeah, it is.
We're gonna take a quick commercial break, y'all. But we could get on this. We could stay on this all day. But we won't. We're gonna take a quick commercial break, and we will be right back with more of The Curve. All right, guys, we are back. Y'all, this next story just makes me want to throw things, okay? All the things. So, there is a retailer, a plus size retailer online called Plus Baby. Plus Baby Fashions, who specializes in plus size lingerie.
But not in plus size models.
But instead of
invited your neighbor,
they invited your neighbor, not your cousins, your neighbor. Instead of using plus size models to model their lingerie, they got women of a skinnier body frame. They got size 2s and 4s and zeros and such, and have them holding
and stretching the underwear.
Out the underwear. Do we have a photo? Can we show the people? Okay, they have the people holding out the underwear and showing the actual size of the underwear on.
This goes back to that diversity and inclusion conversation.
We have that a lot. We have it a lot.
This goes. Don't you remember a couple of weeks ago when I talked to you all about inclusion, also including weight as well?
Yes.
This is about stupidity.
This is about stupidity.
Listen,
I totally agree. This is about tomfoolery and shenanigans. Which is, again, why we have to have women on out. We have to have women, and we definitely.
A man was behind, and
a man was behind his
stretch it
sisters.
out. He took the picture.
He was like,
told
no,
her to stretch it out.
you're not stretching it out enough. It's not far enough out, and they can't see the size. Sir, you didn't. There is a man behind this. I am sure and certain, because no woman on the face of the planet would have been like, hey,
stretch it out. Hold your arm span out.
Well, I hope.
As far as it can go.
A woman. I pray that it was not a woman.
It can't.
I don't believe.
I cannot
and
believe
this
that.
is not to male bash, but I know if we
That's
were
a little
thinking
bit.
if I think about one of my brothers, if he was the photographer, he would have said something.
Yeah.
And not thought anything of. Sis, I was just trying to show him how, what the largest size could be. No, sir. I can imagine it.
Yeah, I
can
can
imagine
too.
it. And
I can too.
He didn't think nothing was wrong with it.
He did not. And what frustrates me most is that there are literally hundreds of thousands of amazing plus size models in the world who are gorgeous and beautiful and amazing and would have done a fantastic job of modeling your underwear. I feel like this is somebody.
They could have gotten an amateur.
They could have gotten an amateur.
If
I would have helped them with this
If
situation.
it was a
Nice,
budget
good seat.
issue,
Yeah.
they could have called me and Melissa. I would have got up there and tooted my booty.
Yeah, turn it
That's
out.
right. Two heads.
Listen,
It
I
would have
don't
been
do, I don't do
You wouldn't have
anything
tooted.
strange for change. No.
You would have
No.
tooted
That's
it
not
up.
strange. It's just modeling.
I just, you modeling for the people, Tony?
Yes.
Oh.
Come on now. Kiss at the camera. What's
Oh.
Y'all make me laugh.
What does prejudice say?
So
I'm
I am.
Do better, people.
Do better.
Do
Like,
better.
I am
This is
so
crazy.
frustrated with, and so here's the thing. There's a woman, her name is Kathy, I think. Kathy got on the Facebook and was like, I don't know what this is, but somebody needs to answer for this. Answer for this. And
It's
so,
not gonna make me want to buy your clothes.
no.
Because right now, I still don't know if your clothes fit me because that girl is not my size.
No, not at all. And here's the thing: there are so we clearly not going to support Plus Baby, but who we are going to support is Body Love, BAWDY, who is using not only are they using plus size models, but they are using real women. Let me tell you, they are not covering up nothing. Do you understand me?
But
if you got to roll, they got to
That's
roll.
scary to me.
It's a little BDSM in there.
That fashion. I mean, I saw all this like.
It's
I
real
was
whips
like,
and chains.
Yeah. You got to be real daring for that one.
Yeah, ready. Saints, you might not want to go on.
That ain't the lingerie for the Saints. No, that is not.
Well, some of y'all might need to go on there. If you're over here listening
might
to a
say
listener, If you listen to Alyssa, you're going to need to go back on that other side.
On Body Love and get yourself together. There are a bunch of wonderful sites, a bunch of wonderful lingerie, plus size lingerie sites that you can visit. If you have never been on the Curvy Fashionista on her page, she does a great job of giving out, of highlighting all kinds of designers, but especially up and coming designers. So she's got a lot of good, she's got a lot of good folks on her site that she can refer you to. But
and follow them, because you know what? I ordered something. Let me tell you something.
What you order, friend?
I ordered a little something for this here seersucker and sundresses.
Come on down.
I ordered that dress, and I ordered it in the right size.
Oh, you can't. No.
That thing looked like Milan could fit it.
Yeah, you can't.
It was straight like a 6T.
No. Because a lot of times they come from China, and so the sizes are different. You got to order like 2 or 3 sizes up.
Did somebody tell me that?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you got to read that small print and that size chart, girl.
Yeah, that size chart is very important.
Very important.
That's not what you want to do. No. What you're not going to do.
Because what I'm not going to do is wear that dress that I ordered.
No, you're not. Yeah, you got to order it a couple of sizes up.
Give it to Milan.
Yeah, give it to Milan. Or one of your small friends.
No, and the thing, it was white, but it was looking like girdle white. Like you could see through it. Like the material. I said, no, I can't go out there.
I can't go out there this right here. This is not going
work for me.
to be the move. No, but there are some wonderful, there are some sites that you can order from China that give you the right size, but you got to read down in the bottom. You got to look at the conversion chart.
This is what I don't like, and it goes back to what we talked about a couple of weeks ago, because I follow Google Atkins.
Yeah, I like Google.
And she has a bunch of, she tags people and some of the stuff that she buys. But what I don't like is the fact that on some of these boutiques that offer plus size stuff, it's so expensive. But I can go right on over here to South DeKalb Mall and find the same thing from our Asian friends.
But they ordered it from China, girl. And then when they get it, they're putting the right size on it. So when you that's all they're doing. They're doing the same thing you're doing when you order it. They just order it in the right size and then putting the right size on it when they hang it up in the store.
I said, why? I just child.
I feel like that means that we probably just need to open up a boutique so we can help the people find what they're looking for. Because
I'm just sticking with Sean Melson.
Okay,
I can stick with Sean Melson because they deliver the stuff straight to my house for an extra $10.
Nice.
I love it. I love it. So, last segment of the night is a toast to you. All right, so tonight's toast to you goes to an organization that I think is doing fantastic work. Really excited about. Lots of folks have been doing this actually, but we want to highlight this particular organization for doing amazing work in the DC area. As you guys know, yesterday was Mother's Day, darling. Happy Mother's Day, by the way.
Oh, yes. Happy
Mother's Day to all of y'all doing it big.
Yes.
But this particular organization is called Black Mamas Bail Out. And what they do is they make sure they got 70 women out of jail, bail them out in time for Mother's Day so that they can spend time with their children. And we're talking about people who have done low, what is the word I'm looking for?
Misdemeanors.
Yeah, misdemeanors.
My name was almost on there last week.
These are facts. Melissa had a moment.
It's okay, but I'm legit. Like I didn't carry through, so we're good.
So, but this Black Mamas Bailout organization, they make sure that they bailed out at least at minimum 70 women to make sure that they got back home to spend Mother's Day with their kids. And a lot of these organizations I found, so I did a little research while I was looking them up, and a lot of these organizations, these moms have done minor things. Like there was a mom who had to go to jail because she had her kid with her and she missed her probation meeting. And because
but she couldn't take the child inside.
She couldn't take the child inside with her, so she missed the meeting, and then they came and picked her up and put her in jail. So those kinds of things They're not getting people out who have systemic things. They weren't getting people out who have like felony charges or like
murder.
If your mother was running the trap house.
Yeah, your mama's running the trap house.
She might be home at Christmas.
She did not get, but she did not make it home for Mother's Day. No.
Or if your mom is on Snap.
Yeah, your mama's on
Listen,
Snap.
we're not going to talk about that because your co-host was almost on Snap.
No, you were not. No.
And I might have been the hell.
I don't believe it.
I might have drawn a getaway car this time. Like, listen, Melissa. Let me tell y'all, in real life, Melissa is going through some stuff that is television worthy. I wish that I could follow her around with a camera.
You don't. No, you don't.
Because her life is not funny, but it is so funny.
My sister be like, Lord, have mercy.
Like, you're like,
come down. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about everything you're doing right now. Let's talk about. But in that moment, yeah. But we're good. We're all good. I'm not on the list. Jamal Bryant didn't have to come and bail me out.
New Birth was another organization.
That's important.
New Birth was another organization.
But if something does happen, I need all y'all to cash app me. Yeah. Cash app me. So
if you see the chair empty and we just looking at it like that and go.
You know what happened. Somebody
didn't make it.
She said cash app.
Cash, listen.
Yeah,
that part.
Is that real?
So we want to just say a toast to you two. Again, Black Mamas Bail Out. Thank you so much for all the work that you do and everything that you are doing for the community and for women. That is amazing and wonderful, and we love you for it.
Yes.
We're going to take another very quick commercial break, and we will be right back with more of The Curve. All right, guys, we're back. What an amazing show.
Such a great time.
Yes, as always. This is like my therapy, real talk. Like, this is hanging out.
I know, you enjoy it.
I do.
You thoroughly enjoy this.
I thoroughly enjoy it. It is therapy. Like, it's like sitting down and having a good conversation. That's all we're really doing is having a good conversation with girlfriends.
For real.
Hanging out and letting you be a part of it. So, it just word to the wise. Melissa is not going to hurt anybody. We would not let her hurt anybody for real.
And this is here's the sisterhood moment. I'm thankful for all of my sister friends, my sisters, sister moms, my soror. Shout out to everybody that lifted me up in prayer over the last week. Because it worked. You know, God is real.
Yeah,
and that's what this thing is about. You know, helping you work through things, being able to laugh at it.
Absolutely. And I say this all the time. Motherhood and life in general is a team sport. Like, you need to have some good friends and some good sister friends and some good sisters and folks around who keep you accountable, who talk you off the ledge, and who also they serve as buffers, and who also like will hold your hand during those moments where you're like, you know what?
Yeah.
Yes.
She about to.
'Cause
do-
we
you
had
know-
one. We had one in the car. I said, "Listen, that's not what you want to do.
That's not what you.
That's
No.
not what you want to do."
That village is so important.
The-
Absolutely.
and
village
you
is
have
key.
to have those friends who can tell you anything in love.
Absolutely.
You know.
Yeah.
'Cause
Absolutely.
And you're open to
Yeah.
receiving. And
Open
shout out to
to
all of
receiving
the aunts and village moms.
Come on, village
Yeah.
moms.
Happy Mother's Day to you.
Happy
They might
Mother's
not
Day.
be biologically yours, but
Yeah.
you love them just the same.
the
Yeah,
godmamas, because you know
Come
I
on,
love my
godmama.
godmama.
Yeah.
Come on,
I love
godmama.
her.
I love my godmother too.
She
and is-
cannot have any more godchildren. I'm just going to
No,
I'm
I feel
selfish.
you. Like I appreciate my godmother because my godmother and my mom are best friends, and they are so diametrically opposed that my mom is just and my godmother, and they show me that both are okay. Like
Wow.
it's perfectly okay either way. You get to pick and choose what you want out of this life, and that's kind of what they taught me. So
I'm talking
shout out
about
to
my
you,
kids'
godmommy.
godmother,
Oh,
who
okay.
takes them for weekends.
Come on now.
Yes.
That too is key.
Well, amen to
Exactly.
that.
I love her.
That too is key.
She
so.
does save me from a lot.
Amen.
I love her.
Amen. Well, guys, again, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you follow us on Facebook. Make sure you're also going to our YouTube page. You can hit it up on rebrand.ly/on-the-curve to make sure that you are subscribed so that you can catch all the replays and special stuff we put up there and all the fun. Make sure you don't miss any of the fun. As always, be your most amazing self. Believe in yourself because we believe in you. And don't forget to live life on the curve. Catch y'all next week.